I started this journey several years ago. At first, when my government told me, and I think the agent who told me that at the federal building in Los Angeles, Kurt, if I were you, I would get off grid as quickly as possible and go in hiding. At first, I resented being told that by the Department of Justice. And as the special agent further told me, if I had as much information as you have, which you clearly do, I would be in fear for my life. And I thought, this is the best the Federal Bureau can offer me. After years of service for American patriotism and diplomatic services around the world, the Middle East, Eurasia, India, Central America, and everywhere else they've asked me to go under different guises of covering news stories or special documentaries being prepared for broadcast in the White House to be the voice of heads of nations, prime ministers, world leaders. And without revealing the agent's name, which has been revealed in the past if you dig deep enough, I just want to say thank you, because at the time I was pretty upset with your reply. And then the subsequent calls from the State Department, from DSS PII to my offices in Detroit, and then to me directly in Los Angeles with a 45-minute discussion with Agent Nordalis, who I still have issues with some of that call under the Obama administration, and John Kerry as the Secretary of State, reminding me of all the private acknowledgments I've received from administrations over the years and through the State Department under multiple administrations on both sides of the aisle. Privately, I'm touched. Professionally, I'm not. But had it not been for you pushing me over a cliff and keeping your promises to turn my life upside down every time I resurfaced, I wouldn't have taken the journey I've taken and met some of the people I've met. While over the years, while at the networks ABC, NBC, CBS, and different studios around the world, Sony, etc., I have made it a habit to rent a driver in a car and fill it with food and blankets and stuff and shoot in Washington, D.C., New York, Detroit, Chicago, literally around North America and throughout the world, in India. And a lot of that footage is still available. We may pull it out for the Concert for World Peace. And, of course, all of the phone calls and notes from those times, keeping it honest. But in the interest of national security, in the interest of humanity, it's time we stop lying to the world and step forth with immediate solutions to COVID in any form, 19, 20, 21, call it what you want, blame it on this country or that country. It's time to stop the shame and the blame games. It's time to stop the fake news and bring people to justice who are guilty of lying. It's time for transparency in governments around the world and religions to figure out how to coexist, because no one's going to win World War III. And thanks to my friend Ed, today, he referred me to a church to go to and check it out, and I did, in Culver City, right over by Sony Studios. And you can find my reviews of the Lutheran Church and their performances today on Google Maps and on YouTube. And to the air, of royal families who I also met today from Persia. Bless you for not only all the kind words you said, you clearly knew a lot about my career. And I started at ABC when I was 10, and the wire services feeding news and information. And then my career is spanned from the 60s to today. 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2000 teens, and now starting the 7th decade in the 2020s. There are those who think I'm older than dirt. Depends on whose records you read. According to the stuff we dug up on the CIA site, Kurt Kelly was around in 1949. Guaranteed he wasn't using an abacus, and calculated traits based on bloodlines and other predictability scales, what's used today by our government and others for social media distortion. Had I known in 1949 what I know today, enough said. For those who disbelieve, maybe it's time to get beyond disbelief and figure out how to coexist. I have no reason to lie about anything. You're in Extinction 7, not 6. There is no Extinction 8. Figure it out. No one's winning World War III. Or get it over with and end the suffering. And end it for everyone. Not just per the Doomsday Monument. But Armageddon this time around means making us like Mars. How much intelligent life have you found there so far? Never a straight answer. I mean, NASA.